Hey Libras, welcome to Terranea. Welcome to the place where we terra and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. Welcome to your March reading. I hope all is well. I already said that. All right. I feel like there's a need to, there's like spiritual cleansing that needs to happen, more saging or Palo Santo, whatever you're into, and crystals, okay, for this month. All right. What's going on? I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Libra Collective need to know? For March. Thank you. All right. We have the Observer coming out. We have Sacred Sexuality. And we have the Alchemist. At the bottom of the deck here, we have Destruction. I'm hearing transformation. I feel like this feels like a major transformation, all right? And it might be a little bit disorienting. That's why you need to use like the extra tools to ground yourself and to clear out. Things are going to get cleared out, and I feel like it's going to be a little bit disorienting here. I already tried to record this reading, and I had to stop and get some crystals. I'm like, what is going on, you know? Like, the deeper I got into the energy, the more I just felt like I was flying off. Yeah. I'm picking up deck here. All right, let's get started. It seems like there's some significant changes happening, and when they happen, they might feel disruptive, but try your best to just sit back and observe it. It is something that you're manifesting, all right? Now, as far as this disruptive transformation, it could be like some Kundalini awakening, and, you know, or it could be an ascension of sorts, and it might have disruptive effects on you, on your body, for example. Whatever it is, you're just being told to find ways to ground yourself. So certain smells, certain incense, you know, helps. That's why I usually don't have the incense or the smoke in the camera, but I felt the need to for the Libra Collective. It's more than just like a, all right, calm down, calm down. It's more than that. It's like, get some tools, you know, get some spiritual tools that usually help you. Like if you're meditating, meditate with crystals, okay? All right, let's go. What's going on with the Libras? We're starting off with the Seven of Pentacles. Something is going to get washed out, okay? Like once and for all, and you just gotta, it just feels like you gotta brace yourself a little bit. It's a good thing, but I just feel like you gotta brace yourself for it for some reason. This energy, I don't know what's going on with this energy, all right? It felt intense, it felt serious before, it's feeling serious now, again. There's something about the past energy. See, I feel like there was a false sense of guilt. Someone had some regret or guilt about something. I feel like there might be a truth that comes in and washes that guilt away, or some happenstance that helps wash the guilt away so you can finally move on. Because whatever it is, the burden that someone was carrying, it wasn't their burden to carry. Like someone was feeling guilty about something that they shouldn't have felt guilty for. Now that is about to get clarified and justified, you know? Or this person is going to feel justified in knowing that they shouldn't feel guilty. Four of Pentacles, finally letting that thing go. The Seven of Pentacles here, usually it doesn't give me this energy that I'm feeling, but I'm very much led to this person just hiding behind, what's that word, that tool, speaking of tools, that abacus or whatever. Because this is usually about counting your investments or checking the return on your investment. But I'm led to the fact that this character is like behind the scenes. Like if they were tallying up, if it was two people tallying up who did something wrong or who was wrong in a situation and who was right, someone tipped the scales to make it seem as if they weren't wrong. This is gonna get deep. All right. Someone had this false sense of guilt because someone made it seem as if they did something wrong. It was some hidden truth here, okay? There was someone who pulled the wool over someone's eyes or manipulated the situation and to making them feel like, oh, you messed this up or whatever, and someone had this guilt that they were carrying, maybe in their subconscious, somewhere in their energy, but that's about to get cleared out, and I feel like it's going to be a major release. It might lead to a major purge that needs to happen. It might even, it's sacred sexuality, it might somehow tie, this purge might be tied into sexuality, okay? Let's say this guilt thing or whatever this is, it tied into some hang-ups, possibly. All right, let's go. It is something deep, okay? It's something deep that it's... It affected someone's sex, okay? However, and that's going to be different for everyone, whether someone's overindulging or underindulging or in between, but they had a certain hang-up. Whatever the case is, it was something about this guilt, so this could really go back. This could be something that's really deep, okay? And you know that full moon was talking about inner child wounds, so that full moon reading, if you didn't check it out, definitely check it out. I do give some like steps as to how to start the inner child work, okay, along with journal prompts, okay? All right. Someone was carrying this burden. All right. Okay. We have the King of Wands coming out with the burden card. See, it's like somebody was protecting someone, it seems. Saving face. Example. If you knew somebody was doing something wrong and you didn't really say anything and you just kind of turned your head, you might be carrying guilt about that. Or let's say if someone did you wrong and you never was a whistleblower about the situation, you were carrying the burden, protecting a person, you know, something like that, where somebody was protecting someone in essence by not letting them have it. You know, and it could have been a conscious decision, or they could have just been tricked into believing that it was their fault, and it let them off the hook, the person who should have been carrying the guilt or the responsibility for whatever this is. That energy this snaky energy, it kind of informed the person's decision. So there's a person who deserves to feel guilty, and there's a person who doesn't deserve to feel guilty. The person that was carrying that load that belonged to this person, that load, they looked at the world through the lens of that guilt. Okay, it informed their decisions. It informed how they moved in the world, how they saw people, how they saw themselves. If they internalized what someone did to them, all right. This is going to be cathartic. Whatever this is, I don't know how this is for. I know the narcissist kept coming out in your readings, all right? I'm going to try to bring myself down now. Good old smoky quartz. All right. It is going to be a tower moment, a cathartic tower moment. Someone didn't want to look at this. With the Four of Swords coming out in reverse, then we have the Five of Swords coming out in reverse, okay? Five of Swords in the middle of the deck. It's like whatever this shifty energy was, someone had a key. All right, someone had a key. It's like if someone, oh my God, let's say if someone was a kid and they had a pet parakeet, right, and they thought all this time they were responsible for this pet cat parakeet to fly out the window and get hit by a car, you know, whatever. This person carried that burden all that time, thinking it was their fault, when in actuality, it was their parent fed the parakeet chocolate, and they're not supposed to eat chocolate. Whatever the case was, and then that person allowed the kid to think, hey, it was you that did that. You made the parakeet fly out the window, you know? It's carrying a burden that shouldn't exist. That's carrying a burden of something that's not your fault. Whew. But then someone had a hand in making you feel like it was. This could be you. It could be someone that you're attached to. There's definitely very shady energy surrounding this, snaky energy. This energy this held someone back in a lot of ways. This can be like, see, distraction. Someone didn't want to think about this, like, you know, then so someone killed the parakeet by accident, or they thought they killed the parakeet. They realized, oh, because of that, they internalized this idea. That kid internalized the idea of, I can never take care of things that I love, right? It could turn into something like that. That became internalized, and now someone's looking at the world through that vision, that guilt that wasn't theirs. And it shaped them, it molded them. Their intuition is trying to tell them, hey, look closer at that. That story that you're telling yourself, that you're harboring all this guilt or regret about, look closer at that. It's more to the picture. Someone had some key information, it seems. There does seem like there's another person, there's someone who has key information that can relieve you of that. But because that wasn't happening, your intuitive guidance is trying to show you, like, hey, look closer. Let me show you a little bit more. But it does seem like someone didn't want to look at that because it was too painful. Like, it was too painful that I killed the parakeet, you know? I don't even want to analyze that anymore. Oh my God. This seems like it's something that runs really deep. This could be, you know, it could be a really long-term, like, relationship, you know, or you believe, like, oh, this person cheated on me, or I pushed this person away, and this is why they left me. And then you might find out, oh no, they were really just, this is how they've always been. They've always been this type of person to do this to a bunch of people. You know, whatever the case is, it's a truth that's coming through, though. And because it's so ingrained into someone's personality, it's going to be a major shift when someone realizes what I based all these layers on, this layer to myself, all the choices that I made based on who I thought I was, it's not that. Oh, I mean, it's liberating, but to go through that as an adult, come on now, that's crazy. I mean, it's a lot. Libras have been having this energy of an identity shift for a while now. All right, but it's leading to a transformation. This is a major transformation. Here we go with that guilt coming out. That Five of Cups, that guilt just won't, it can't shake it. I know with the last Libra reading, talking about how someone's love triggered like an identity crisis. This is continuing that story and is showing what's happening underneath all of that. Whatever they're showing, whatever they're portraying, is showing everything that's happening underneath the surface or what's about to happen if they choose to look at it. As I mentioned with the full moon reading, full moon and Virgo reading, all we have to do is just turn our head and look at this truth. Everybody's about to have, you know, a truth bomb, right? With Libra, it seems like it's going to be a bit radical, or if you're dealing with someone, whatever. Whoever this is resonating with, it's going to be a radical identity shift. But for some, it's just looking at your shadow and just integrating it and realizing, oh, this is who I am. Anyway, check out the full moon and Virgo reading. This person's going to realize all the things that they've done and how it stems from this sense of, this guilt could have, the seed of guilt, which is based on a lie, it could have grown into a tree of unworthiness, which became a part of who they were, which made them become, made them make the decisions that they made in life, adult life, child life. It just feels like this was a program that they lived under for a really long time. I mean, but something beautiful blossoms from it. So we have the Ace of Wands coming out, which is beautiful. That seed of passion, and that could be that person who came in to trigger it, or someone coming in to catch them when they fall, okay? Because this person, it just seems like it's a lot. It just seems like a lot. It seems like a flush. It's a flush that needs to happen, all right? This is a spiritual flush. If this is you, just ground yourself, okay? So the flush may include a lot of purging. Okay, maybe take some time to yourself. If you can go out in nature, do that. If you have crystals, and I'm gonna do the crystal reading so you can see what crystals are recommended. But yeah, while you're going through that, you get some selenite. You know, that's like a nice basic one, right? Or smoky quartz to ground you. Look for some crystals that calm you, keep you calm while you're going through this. There's a need to observe and keep calm while you're observing the truth come out. All right. I don't know why. For some, it might come out in court or something like that, you know, but that's not everybody. What is the blockage? There's a Sun card coming out. This is a cloud. Oh my God, with the Five of Cups again. The guilt. The Five of Cups is a card of guilt. I said it already because it came out when I was meditating on the energy. It came out in a previous spread I just did, and now here we are in the second spread. Five of Cups. Regret and guilt is stopping someone from experiencing happiness. Someone needs to realize that this guilt that they're carrying is not theirs. The guilt that they're carrying is a subconscious attempt to protect the person that did them wrong. What are they failing to say? See, the person who did them wrong, there's a lot of love for that person. So that's why this guilt is happening, or this protection of this person is happening. Someone needs to make a judgment call on this person, all right? Advice. Here we are with the Ace of Wands. You have a new beginning coming through. Yeah, all right. So that's why that needs to end now. When I first recorded this, deleted that video, but it felt like someone's getting softened up because the new love is coming in, right? So there's some things that got hardened, some wounds that didn't heal correctly, and the scab is really hard. Anyway, so that needs to get picked open so it can get healed a little bit in a healthier manner. And in turn, this person will step into the Queen of Cups energy, this more gentler energy. Someone's getting softened up for love. But the process of getting softened up is to flush out the things that made them hard. So yeah. I'm going to pull from the crystal deck. There's a very painful experience that made someone hard, and now it's finally time to address it. It's a painful experience that they blamed on themselves, and it's time to give that pain and guilt back to the sender. Return to sender. So that you can finally live from your heart space authentically, and not with that mask of guilt around it. Because whoever this is, they were going through love with this sense of guilt, dread and guilt in the background. It's time to rip up that tree of, whatever that seed of guilt has grown into. It's time to rip that tree up. But because it's so deeply rooted, you're going to feel it. Even though it's a part of you that shouldn't be there, it became a part of you. So now it's like, okay, who am I without this now, Wow. Look at that, selenite. Yeah, all right. That's it. The selenite clearing that needs to happen. Meditate with it. Actually, let me read this for you. Oh, look, and I was thinking about the blue. All right, come through, spirit. Blue lace agate. Or agate, whatever. I'm going to read the selenite one. I mean, that should always be a staple, right? That's just a great one to have. When I decided to start do the reading a second time, my second attempt, I definitely picked up like a bunch of selenites. So I got a bunch of them like broken up. I have it in both pockets here. It's so pretty. It's simple, but so selenite, divine light. The number is 21, breaking down to 3, right? In the ancient world, selenite protected against wanderings of the mind. It invoked mental clarity and divine inspiration. Yes, the clarity needs to happen by observing. Because the more, like I said, the deeper I got into the energy, the more I felt like I was about to go off into the abyss. And I don't even know what that means. Like, I just couldn't focus. I felt like my head was spinning. It was disorienting, okay? This is for mental clarity. In this case, the intention. A beautiful thing about selenite is programmable, right? So even though, like, a lot of these crystals are, right? But this is like a kind of a blank slate one, So the intention will be mental clarity for this one, all right? All right, so here's what it says. Spirituality is vital for you. You are a translucent soul who moves fluidly through time. Use your insights wisely. Avoid confusing past with the present. You see into people's hearts to what motivates them. Do not be manipulated or too eager to please. I feel like some of you guys fell into that trap. The person that you're protecting, this person manipulated you into pleasing them. Or protecting them somehow, Stand by what you know. But either way, they saw that in you and took advantage of that. And then somehow made you feel like you were in the wrong for whatever it was. Stand by what you know. You have the gift of clarity and mental flexibility with the power to make excellent decisions. A situation is unpredictable no matter how solid it appears. Just observe. Whatever happens, just observe. Whatever this truth bomb is, all right? Be prepared for challenges and changes. Banish confusion. Clarity is needed. Allow divine light to inspire the future. Let go of something dear to you. Parting does not mean a loss of love. Reconciliation is possible. Make the first move. Overheard conversations enlighten you. Healing insight. Being in the flow strengthens your well-being. Yeah. All right. This part of this piece of you, however this shows up, however it manifests, this piece of you that needs to go is about to go. And it's good. But because it's been with you for so long, it might sting a little bit, or it might be disorienting. All right. Y'all are going through some major things. And y'all have been for so long, it seems. Like this has been a long time coming. And this is the blue. Well, this isn't this kind. It's another type of blue. A gate, whatever. All right. All this blue energy. Eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Your manifestation is coming, but it's going to kick some things to the curb to come in. So, it's a good thing. You're being called to try and have peace however this comes through. All right? Be at home. This is why. You're going to have this new level of confidence coming through. You're going to have this new level of passion coming through. A new level of love coming through. Okay? It's just like... It's this feeling like new level of confidence. Look at that. Cat spirit, claim your independence. It's a truth. It's something, it's a piece that was missing. A piece of information that was missing. And then it's going to force you to be like, wait, why didn't I know that before? You know, surrender to that. It's going to make you question, okay, so what would I have been if I would have known that information? Or, you know, like, it's something about that. It's like, it feels like a bit of a timeline divide. Like, it was at that moment where you went down another path, you know? I don't know. It just feels like that important of a thing. All right, I think let me end with the romance angels. Because even though it feels like the reading was heavily focused on the emotion of it, to brace yourself for, it does at the end feel really good, all right? It depends on how you handle this energy, all right? Separation. This might be how this comes through for some of you guys. This can come through as a separation, someone leaving your life. But then on the flip side, look what we have here, flirt. It's like, okay, reconciliation. The compassion. Oh my gosh, with release your ex, holy cow. All right, yeah, it's someone from the past. It doesn't have to be, it could be a romantic ex. This can be romance, it could be platonic, it could be family, okay? But it's just someone from the past. You are being led to have some compassion. I feel like that's why you have to brace yourself, because it might trigger you if they come back. All right, I don't know if I said it in this reading, but in the Gemini reading, I definitely felt Libra energy. So it could be like an ex coming back and it really changed your ways. You're not being called to like get back with them, but it could be just like have some compassion, but they might trigger the mess out of you, okay? With whatever their truth is that they want to come forward with. Someone wants to come clean. Either they want to come clean or Spirit is going to bring that truth. Somehow the truth is going to get delivered. It could be an intuitive hit, but it's going to be a little bit like disorienting. All right? All right. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. That's Tarot and Heal. Get your crystals. Get your selenite. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. And until we meet again, peace.